As CO2 is absorbed by the ocean, it changes the ocean's chemistry, and one of the end results of that is fewer carbonate ions in the water. And this came to light for our industry in a big way about a decade ago when our oyster seed production collapsed in our hatchery. There's other ways beyond ocean acidification that growers are experiencing impacts from climate change and changing chemistries and conditions in the ocean. With mussels, there's been some great research done at the Friday Harbor Labs here in Puget Sound, showing that in a warmer, higher CO2 ocean, the mussels will have a weaker byssal thread and thinner shells. So what happens to us, as you can see in the right there, we grow mussels hanging from ropes on rafts. And if those byssal threads get weak, the mussels slough off and fall to the bottom. And then with sea level rise, we're seeing more and more frequent situations where we have storms like this that will destroy our coastal infrastructure, break up our docks or our shoreside facilities. We began treating our hatchery water, and that's what we're doing today, which has been very effective. Also working from an adaptation standpoint, breeding ocean acidification resistant oysters, and then looking for refuges, because once the animals leave the hatchery and are out in the ocean, we can't mitigate that water chemistry by adding sodium carbonate. So are there ways to do that naturally and create refuges, such as co-culturing seaweed next to your shellfish farm, or growing your shellfish adjacent to seagrass meadows and so on. We're based here in Washington State, and we've certainly been active in our legislature here. There's been a number of efforts around utilizing resource lands to sequester carbon, and as those bills have been debated, we've been advocating for blue carbon to be included in those. We see some good future there, for shellfish industry, particularly if we get into co-culturing seaweed to mitigate ocean chemistry conditions. There's an opportunity there to sequester carbon and maybe get recognized for that as well. So.